Hey polish fans, it's Caroline again and welcome to another video here at Wild Moon Lacquer. In today's video we are delving into another mystery box. I got this on Facebook from the Nearly No Rules group. Very seldomly do I see people posting bigger boxes, but what I usually do is if someone says that they are getting rid of a lot and they're trying to do mystery boxes for like a bargain, I'll just contact them and see if they want to get rid of a whole lot all at once. And this person said that she would, so she put together, I think this is 65 polishes for me. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in and see what I got. All right, ooh, starting off strong with an Emily Damali. Perception is key. I wonder if I don't have this one because the name doesn't sound familiar. That's cool. As you guys know, Emily Damali is one of my favorite brands. This is a beautiful multi-chrome with holographic in it. Off to a great start. That one's going in the keep pile. Oh, what I should say is what I'm going to try to do from now on when I do a mystery box bundle is as I'm going, if I see any that I know immediately I'm not going to keep, I will go ahead and put that in my destash pile right off the bat. So that way I don't have to go through it later. Next up, ooh, we've got a bright green. This one is from Lavish Polish. This is called Key to Paradise. I think this is a new to me brand. If not, I don't think I've seen this particular label from them, but I want to say it's a new to me brand. So it's a really beautiful green. I think on camera it's sort of washing the shade out, but it is a really beautiful true green. And what I really like about this one is it does have a really fun mix of glitters in it that make it lean a little bit more on the blue side, because the glitters that I'm seeing are a little bit on the aqua or even Tiffany box blue shade and hollow in there. I think I will keep this. I like this one. I want to see about swatching it and see if I like it maybe for my summer rack, which I'm currently putting together. It's packed as usual, but might have room for that one. All right, next up, we've got one from Different Dimension. I can see it already. This one, ooh, this is Bo Peep. I like this one. This is a rose gold hollow. And it's got, I want to say like a rose gold flaky in here. That is beautiful. Definitely going in my keep pile. That is lovely. All right, next up we've got, ooh, another Different Dimension, this time in orange. Ooh, look at that color. This one is called Skinny. Ooh, this might be another for my summer rack. This is a beautiful shade of like orange yellow. It also has flakies in there with the cream. That's beautiful. Definitely keeping that one. That's a nice shade. I don't think I have anything like that just yet. At least not too similar. Ooh, we've got a Fair Maiden. This is another holographic. This is from HHC and it is Lokelani or Lokelani. Not too sure about the pronunciation. I'm guessing Hawaiian, but love the holographic. And again, you've got some particles in here that are like micro flakies or a glass fleck in there. Look at that hollow though. The shade of this one is sort of like a dusty rose. I like that one. We'll go ahead and keep that one as well. All right, next up, ooh, I think I like the color of this one already. This is a, ooh, it's a Colors by Leroux. This is a brand that no longer makes polish, so these are getting harder to come by, although you can still find them on some resale sites. I think Colors for Nails has some still, but they're dwindling. This one is called Swing Shift, and it is a thermal box exclusive. My guess is if this was a thermal, it's probably not going to transition still, but I love the tone of this purple. It's somewhat in that family of like Very Perry that's in this year. I love the flakies in this, so definitely keeping this one. I want to say there's some hollow in there as well. Oh, that's a really nice shade. Love that one. All right, next up, ooh, what is this one? Ooh, this is a Contrary polish. Look at that. This is a Lapland Christmas. I wonder if this is a magnetic. Nope, it doesn't seem to be a magnetic. I wonder if it's just separating. Let's give it a good shake here. So what's really catching my eye is this coppery pigment that's settled. So it's got a really interesting combination in here. I think I see linear hollow So I wonder if that's like an additional shimmer in there. Huh. Oh, okay, I see. On the swatch, it sort of has that pink glow to it. So like a deep charcoal with a glow in that coppery red. I think I might go ahead and destash this one. It's really pretty, but it is somewhat in that family of colors that I've been destashing lately where I like them, but I just don't wear them. So I think I'll go ahead and just add that to my destash. All right, next up we've got, ooh, one from Baroness X. This one, ooh, look at the little cabochon. It's a moon. This one is Celine. I wonder if I have this one. I want to say I have something that has that name. So we'll have to see about this one, but it's really gorgeous. Somewhat of a mysterious deep base with a bright flash of a blue shimmer. I'll have to set that one aside and see if I have this. If I do have it, I will destash the second bottle. If I don't have it, we'll add that one to my collection. Next up, ooh, we've got one from the Don Diva. Oh my goodness. Wow. So this one is Cougar Instincts. Wow. This is beautiful. Somewhat of a darkened, blackened base, full of holographic and full of fall tone flakies. I mean, look at that side of the bottle. That's impressive. That is a really pretty polish. I will have to try it on. This does somewhat fall into that same category of polishes that I have been getting rid of a lot. But I'm loving the flakies and the tone of this one, so I might hold on to this one. That one's really pretty. All right, next up, ooh, we've got one from Digital Nails. Love this color. This is what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? That's cute. Love the tone of this. I'm definitely keeping this. This is in that family of colors that I've actually been looking for. Somewhat of a very Perry blurpily purple shade. Love this tone. Definitely keeping that one. Next up, ooh, we've got one from Octopus Party. This one is called You, Me, and Daiquiri. This one is interesting. It's a cream formula, very light and creamy. I wonder if that's the color that it is going to be on the nail. Is more of a yellow. That would be interesting. Let's see. Well, it does seem to be just a cream and somewhat of like a peachy white. I think I will go ahead and destash this one. It's just not a color that I see myself wearing other than like as an undie. And I already have quite a few polishes that I'll be using as undies. So I don't need that one. All right, next up. Ooh, what is this? Ooh, another Emily de Molly. Ooh, this one is Absent Minded. Ooh, look at that. I think this might be another one that I don't have. It's a really pretty purple base, and look at that glitter mix. You've got red, copper, pink, and blue. Definitely keeping this one. That is gorgeous. All right, next up, ooh, it looks like we've got another from Different Dimension. Ooh. This one is called Dangerous Woman. It was their Mystery Hollow number 4. Look at this, again with the hollow and glitter. Ooh. Just to compare this to the other one, you definitely have a rose gold on Bo Peep, whereas Dangerous Woman leans a bit more on the purpley side of things. So keeping both. Next up, we've got, ooh, another Fair Maiden. Ooh, and another hollow. Wow. This one is called Let Your Hair Down. Look at this one. Another that's got hollow and like a glass fleck or micro flaky. See that? The purple that's flashing? I don't know if that's going to come across as I'm seeing it in person, because I can definitely tell the difference between the hollow and those flaky particles. But another one that I don't think I have, and I actually really like this tone of like a dusty dark purple. Yeah, that is really pretty. a bit darker and maybe even brown leaning compared to some of the other colors that I have in this family of like dusty purples. But I like that one and I don't think I have that, so we'll keep that. Next up, ooh, we've got another Baroness X. This one is raw. I wonder if this is a magnetic. I'm wondering about some of these as magnetics. Nope. Okay, so this one doesn't seem to be a magnetic. Look at the glow on this though. This one I'm definitely keeping. I'm really liking the shade of this. It's somewhat in the middle between like a red and a copper and orange. And again, you've got gorgeous glass flecks in there. Absolutely gorgeous. And one that I definitely don't have. So that was Raw from Baroness X. Next up, ooh, it looks like we've got another from Fair Maiden. This one is called Lake Nokomis. This is a really light blue with linear holographic and with some pink glass fleck in there. You can see that one fairly well, I feel. I think I'll try it. I'm hoping it doesn't come off quite that pale or sheer. Let's go ahead and take a look, because if it's too sheer, I might not like it on me. But mint is one of my favorite shades of green. Yeah, I think this should work. I think I'll keep this. I will have to come back and do some side-by-side comparisons of some of my other minty shades, but for the time being, that'll go in the keep pile. Next up, we've got a sleeve. Ooh, this one is called Extraterrestrial. And I don't think I have this one. Look at those glitters. Ooh, this is intriguing. It is somewhat of a mysterious base. It's got that dusty green quality to it. I see shifts between blue and I see purple. Then you've got the iridescent glitter, which is mostly shifting to orange in this light. But as you can see, hopefully you can see when I tip it to different light, you've got gold and green popping up as well, which I don't think is coming across on camera. Maybe a little bit of gold there towards that side of the bottle, but definitely want to see how this one swatches. That looks really cool. That is Schlee Polish Extraterrestrial. Forgive the Sharpie marks that I've got on my fingers at the moment. Next up, ooh, we've got another one from Baroness X. This one is called Vino y Rosas. So wine and roses. This is beautiful. I love the tone of this. Somewhat like an antique rose. You've got holographic in, I want to say, 2 different particles, linear and scattered. That is beautiful. I think there's another something in there that I can't quite identify. Maybe it's another like gold holographic. But this is beautiful. Definitely holding on to that one. Next up, we've got one from Quixotic. Woo! You guys know Quixotic is another of my favorite brands. This is To the Moon and Back. Do I have this one? I don't know that I do. I don't know why I wouldn't. But there's plenty of times where I've skipped out on collections or missed stuff that they came out with. But this is beautiful. This is a blackened base, absolutely loaded with those flakies. Do you see those blue and greens popping? And you've got a glass fleck sized shimmer particle that shifts between purple, green, maybe a little bit of gold. Definitely keeping that one. That is definitely going in the collection. Next up, we've got, I'm not sure what brand this one is, another Emily de Molly. Hoo-hoo! This one is called It Will Be Done. Look at this. I like this one. This is pretty unique. This one is somewhat of like an eggnog shade curly base. It's got those beautiful iridescent glitters that I love. And then it's got like purple holographic. And it's got those iridescent glitters in a couple of different sizes. And maybe even another particle of holographic in here. This is fun. I don't think I have anything like this, and I definitely don't have this one from Emily de Molly, so adding It Will Be Done to my collection. It will be done. Next up, oh my goodness, we've got a vibrant green from Different Dimension. Look at that. Wow. That is totally 2.0. That is a fun green. This is definitely like a tennis ball green yellow. There's some linear holographic in there in a larger particle. That's beautiful. I am into these summer colors right now, so definitely adding this to my rack, and will most likely even be adding it to my summer rack. We'll see. Next up, ooh, what is this one? Looks like it's from Fair Maiden. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's a glitter topper. This one is called Belly Dancer. Definitely needs a good shake. Look at that. You've got so many different kinds of glitter going on. I don't even know that I could name them all, but you've got copper, turquoise, red, white, purple, or dark blue. Very interesting. We might try this one out. Yeah, I think we'll try this one out. I do have a lot of toppers, but I don't have one that is like this. So it's pretty unique to my collection. Like I said, we'll give it a try and see if I like it over some colors. The copper in here makes me think that I would probably use this in the fall. So that one was Belly Dancer. Yeah, pretty fun polish. All right. Ooh, next up we've got a little Vapid. Ooh. This one is Aphrodite. It is a 2016 mini collection, and the reason why I know that is I have the other two. I think I've got the pink and the yellow, and I want to say I might have another. So now I have the blue. So I don't think I had this one before. And it's got a very interesting speckled look on the nail. So definitely adding that one to my collection. That'll sort of complete, or at least add to, that really cute little mini collection. We've got another from Different Dimension, another holographic. This is Loch Ness Monster. Ooh, definitely keeping this one. This is a beautiful holographic. That is lovely. All right, next up, ooh, it looks like we've got another purple. Ooh, ooh, this is from Heather's Hues. This is Scorpius from Polish Pickup January 2020. I'm pretty sure I did grab this one because as a purple lover, this one really got my eye, but I will have to double check that I do indeed have this one. This one does seem to need a bit of a shake-up, but it is a gorgeous purple polish. If I do already have this one, I'll probably go ahead and let this one go, but it is just beautiful. So we'll double check that. I've got two now to check on. All right, next up, ooh, it looks like we've got another from Different Dimension. This one is Starfish Wishes. I like this one. This is somewhat of a coral shade, full of holographic glitter. It definitely needs a good shake-up, but I like this shade. I think this one might be another contender for my summer rack, so we're keeping that one. Next up, we've got a blue. Not sure it's a Different Dimension. All right, so this is another Different Dimension. This is Every Power Possible, 81 of 95. So not sure where that would have come out from. I don't often see their bottles labeled like that, so I wonder if this was like a charity polish or something. It's a really beautiful shade of blue though, full of holographic flakies and maybe something else. I can't quite tell. This is a really nice shade of blue though. I don't think I have one quite like this. Definitely not this particular bottle, so we'll have to look into if I have anything that is comparable. But I only have two darker shades of blue in my summer rack, and this to me is somewhat of a summer blue. So for the time being, we'll hold on to that one. It might make an appearance in my summer rack. Up next, we've got a Lollipop Posse. Ooh. Ooh. This one is Pull the Stars from the Sky. You guys probably have heard me say before that Lollipop Posse is one of my favorite brands. They are now Garden Path Lacquer, and I have been loving what they're coming out with in Garden Path Lacquer. But Lollipop Posse, still one of my favorite brands. I love this one, and I don't think I have this one. It is a really dark multichrome holographic, and it's got multichrome flakies in it. Definitely keeping that one. That is beautiful. I wonder where and when it came out, because I don't think I saw that one, although the name somewhat sounds familiar. I'll have to look into that. All right, next up we have one from Potion Polish. This one is called Afterglow. This is like a peachy, very soft and neutral shade with some scattered holographic flakies in there and some golden glow. I will say this kind of polish is definitely not quite up my alley, so I will go ahead and put this one in my destash pile. I think on my skin tone, it's just too similar. Like, it's not gray enough and it's not peachy enough, so it just sort of isn't the most compelling on my skin tone, but someone else would probably look great in it. I do love the peachy flash that's in it. It just isn't quite strong enough to hold on to, so we'll go ahead and put that in the destash pile. That's only 3 so far in the destash pile. That's pretty good. All right, next up we have another Octopus Party. This one is called Flood Brother, and it is a soft gray full of like a larger particle glass fleck shimmer, maybe even micro flaky. Very pretty. I can't quite tell if there's like a pinch of green in it or not. I'll have to swatch this one because I'm not too sure about the tone of this one. I do love gray polishes though. I just don't wear them as often as I keep thinking I will. But I like the blue. I think I'll go ahead and destash this one. It's just, I want to say I probably have a gray similar enough to this, so we'll go ahead and destash that one. Next up, we've got one from Different Dimension. Ooh, a pink. This one is called Ultraviolet. Another of the holographics from this brand. Very nice. This tone is gorgeous. Sort of like an orchidy, purpley pink. And look at that holo. Keeping that one, that is gorgeous. I might have to do some comparisons of some of the ones that I'm keeping so far, but I really like that tone. Ooh, another from Octopus Party. This one is the Algae Attic Sea. I see what she did. A play on words there. That's cute. This is a really cute, soft but bright green. I think I will be keeping this. It's in a nice cream formula, and I like the shade of green. Somewhere in between like a spring green but a vibrant summer green, if that makes any sense. It's definitely not as in your face as some of the other greens that I have right now on my summer rack. This one I think would make a really fun spring polish. It's a really cute green, so I will be holding on to that one. Next up, we've got one from Fair Maiden. This one is a pink called Careless Whisper. This one is somewhat of a light to mid-tone pink. It has some glass fleck particles in there as well as shimmer. You can see the blue popping up there. I wonder if I would like this one on me or not. If you've seen my summer rack, you'll know that I'm into the brighter, deeper, like neon to jewel tone pinks, so I'm not too sure about this tone. Again, on my skin tone, it's a little bit too close to my skin tone. I think I will go ahead and destash this one. I think it's just one of those shades of pink that is still not my favorite, so we'll destash that one. Next up, we've got one from, is this another Different Dimension? Let's see. No, ooh, this is an Illyrian. This is Mystic. Ooh, I wonder if I have this one or not. Illyrian is another one of those brands that I bought from quite a lot when I initially discovered indie nail polish. So it is possible that I have this one, but I will definitely be double checking, because if I don't, it's going in my collection. So we'll add that to my check pile. Another Heather's Hues. Ooh. Ooh, this is Piece of Cake. I think I might have this one. We'll have to check on that. I want to say that this is a thermal. Maybe it's a thermal. It is full of flakies though, and a very pretty shade of purple. Look at those beautiful flakies. So another to go in the check pile. If I do have it, I'll get rid of the second bottle. If I don't have it, I'll add it to my collection. Next up, we've got another from Different Dimension. Ooh, look at this blue. This one is Far Out. Definitely keeping this. This is one of those shades of blue that I've been looking for the summer. Let's see, the other blue that I kept was a darker shade, almost like maybe like a sailor blue comparatively. This is definitely more of the color that I was thinking for summer, but I do think both shades could be really nice for summer. By comparison, Every Power Possible is a little bit more, I don't know if I want to say quite dusty, but it's just a different tone of blue. So I think we'll keep both and see if one or both will make it to my summer rack, because I think at least one of them is going to make it. I know at least one of them is going to make it. Next up, we've got another different dimension. This one is called Milky Way. Ooh, I don't think I have this one. This one is a larger glass fleck particle in there and somewhat of a mysterious blackened base. I mostly see green shifts, but I do see some aqua to purple as well. A little bit of gold even. I don't know if any of those colors are going to come across on camera. But very pretty, and like I said, I don't think I have this one, so I will have to double check on that. Will I wear it though? Because this does sort of fall into that realm of colors that I really like to look at, but I don't really wear that often. It does mainly seem to be the green on the face. I think we will go ahead and destash it. I think it's mainly that green. And while it is, like I said, an absolutely gorgeous polish, I just have been getting rid of a lot of the polishes in this realm of colors, if you will. I know it's a very broad range of colors because I just haven't been reaching for them. So we'll destash Milky Way. Next up, ooh, we've got one from Femme Fatale in the box. Ooh, this is Sorrowing. Ooh. That's pretty. So this is a gray base full of like a magenta glitter. That's pretty. I don't remember if I have this or not. I'll have to double check because the name does sound familiar, but it doesn't look familiar. So another for the let's check and see pile. I have to designate where that goes now because I'm running out of room in my little keep box. Next up, we've got one from Crystal Knockout. This one is called BSB Girl. Very soft, like lilac shade, full of a bunch of goodies. I see silver and iridescent flakies in there in a couple of different sizes at least. I do have a lot of colors in this family. And I think because of that, I will go ahead and destash this one. I'm just not sure that this one would stand out amongst the rest of the polishes that I have in this realm of shade, but it is beautiful. I mean, look at that shimmer in there. I don't know if any of that's coming across. See that blue glow and all of those flakies. So I'll add that to my destash. All right, next up, ooh, oh, we've got one from Bow Polish, and this one is called Sirens. I don't think I have any polish from Bow, so this would be a first in my collection. Let's see if this one is a magnetic, because I know they have some. It is. Look at that. Oh, that is cool. We'll definitely be adding that one to my collection. So that was Bow Sirens. Next up, ooh, we've got another from Different Dimension. Definitely expanding my collection of them today. Another pink in Cosmic Ray, almost like a red pink, but a vibrant pink. I have a lot of this tone of pink on my summer rack. It is definitely one of my favorite shades of pink for summer, and I like this one. I don't think I have a polish on my summer rack in this formulation. You've got linear holographic and scattered glitter in a holographic, maybe like a red holo. Definitely keeping that one. That's probably going to have to make an appearance on my summer rack as well, even though I have tons of pinks already, but we'll see. Next up, we've got one from Anonymous Lacquer. I don't know that I have any polish from this brand yet. This might be another new to me brand, and it is I Lilac You. This is Oh, I wonder if this one faded or if it's a thermal. Can't quite tell. We'll just go with what it is in the bottle. It is somewhat of a gray base full of some pink glass fleck shimmer particles in there. I see a little bit of shift to a warmer side, so some pink that shifts to like gold and orange. Again, I don't know that any of that's coming across other than the pink in the bottle. You can see a little bit of the gold there at certain angles. I think I will go ahead and destash this one. Again, this is sort of in that same color family as the one from Crystal Knockout that, again, I used to buy a bunch of. So I do already have a lot in this color family. So we'll go ahead and pass that one along to someone that maybe collects the brand or loves that shade. Next up, we've got one from, ooh, is this Never Enough? It is Never Enough. This one is Unicorn Flower, and I love this shade. Look at that shade of blue with all of the rainbows. Definitely keeping this one. This is, again, in that somewhat color family of a Very Perry, blurply, more blue-leaning shade that I've been looking for. I love this one. Definitely keeping that. Next up, we've got another Baroness X. Ooh, what is this? This one is Night's King. Look at that. This is interesting. So it's like a very light pistachio mint shade. And then what's really catching my eye is the pigment that's settled here is somewhat of a mix between like a large particle glass fleck and a shimmer. You've got a blue here, which you can see pretty clearly as a blue stripe. And then the softer silver particles there that I see shifting to pinks and maybe a little bit of blue in there as well. So it seems to come across as a speckled look on the nail, and I definitely don't have this one. Let's go ahead and give it a good shake to see if I like this one swatched. It still needs a pretty good shake. That settled pigment is being very stubborn on that side of the bottle. But yeah, I mean, I could like it. It might also be a little bit on the soft side, but we'll see. We'll see. I do kind of like that one, so we'll hold on to that one for now. Next up, we've got one from Literary Lacquers. I don't think I have too many from this brand, if any at all, actually. This one is Scientifically Proven, and this is a beautiful shade of like a turquoisey teal. Yeah, I like this one. So it's a cream formula. Again, it's a pretty good one for summer as well. Maybe not quite as vibrant, almost like a jungle green, so maybe not quite a teal. But it's in that same range of like a mix between a blue and a green. So we'll keep that one. Ooh, next up we've got another from Femme Fatale in the box. This is Moonweave. Ooh, it's from 2016. Ooh, look at that. Wow. So it's a 2016 Oops that came out in July. Look at the mix on that. So it's somewhat of a green base, I guess. Yeah, like a green base. It is full of gold holographic glitter and some multichrome flakies in like a purple. And there's some shimmer in there. This is unique enough that I definitely want to try to swatch this one, and I definitely don't have it. So we will add that to my swatch and see, but that's a very unique polish. Next up, we have another from Different Dimension. Ooh, I wonder if this is one of their older bottles. This is Totally... Oh, wait a second. Did I get Totally and Totally 2.0? I did. Totally and Totally 2.0. And there you go. They're actually different. So Totally is actually a little bit lighter. Totally 2.0 looks like the base of it might be slightly different, more pigmented and slightly different shade, although they both do have holographic. So very interesting. Maybe I'll have to come back and do a side-by-side comparison of them on me and see which one I like the best, because I'm not sure I need both of them, but like I said, they're not dead on dupes either. So there's that. Next up, we've got another Different Dimension. Ooh, what is this one? Ooh, this is, I don't think I've ever seen a label like this. I wonder if this was in between when they were doing the printed paper ones and before they added the star. But this one is called Little Miss Naughty. Look at the shimmer. That is so pretty. Love the shade again of this. It is somewhat in that orchidy purple family. Again, I will have to come back and do some comparisons of colors that I already have in this family of colors, but I don't have this one and I do like it. So for the time being, we'll go ahead and keep it. Next up, we've got another from Different Dimension. This one is called Ships Ahoy. This is another beautiful blue. Love the formulation of this from them. You've got the linear holographic and scattered holographic glitter. Very punchy with all of that hollow, and I love the tone of blue. Again, a really nice color for summer. So we'll be keeping that one. Next up, ooh, another Different Dimension. This is a red. This one is called HO3, or maybe Ho3, Ho to the third power. Ho, ho, ho. Oh my gosh, that took me far too long. It's almost dinner time, you guys. My brain is not functioning at full capacity, apparently. But this is a beautiful linear holographic red polish. You guys have heard me say that reds definitely aren't in my top picks, but I actually do have a few reds in my summer rack. And although this, by the name, I would guess came out in a holiday collection, the tone of this red could be pretty nice for summer. Maybe. I don't know, what do you think? Maybe it's not quite bright enough for a summer red. The summer reds that I have, let's see, just to show you one, I've got one from Cupcake Polish called Some Berry to Love. It is more of a pink leaning red. I've got one from Bluebird Lacquer, Bits A Wonderful Life. Again, more on the berry side as far as reds go. Ho to the third power is a little bit on the orange side of things by comparison, or maybe a true red. I don't know what tone of red you'd call that. I'm not sure on reds. Reds, like I said, they're not my favorite, so I don't know if you'd call that a warm red or a cool toned red. Then we'll do just one more. I do have a couple more, but I don't want to bore you with my summer reds right now. But this one is Hula La from Enchanted Nail Polish, and this is just totally different as far as color and tone and everything. Almost leans more pink, but still in the red family. So I guess this is more of an orange leaning red, full of hollow still. We'll hold on to it for now. Like I have said, I think 14 times at this point, reds just aren't my favorite, but I do like something about this one. And because it is got that linear holographic, that's really catching my eye. So we'll try it. We'll hold on to it for the time being. Okay, next up we've got another from Different Dimension. Ooh, another in there, we'll just call it middle ground labels. So this one is called The Grass Isn't Always Greener. This is, I wonder if it was a thermal. In the bottle, it's somewhat of a mossy green, full of like a golden glass fleck particle. I do see some subtle shifts in there, maybe a little bit of pink here and there, but I don't see full on shifts. I do think I will go ahead and destash this one. The tone of green is okay, but I am not liking how yellow it's turning with as much of that glass fleck as is in there. So we'll see about passing that along to someone else that likes that color. Next up, ooh, I think we've got another no, this is an Indigo Bananas. I was going to say, I think this is another Never Enough, but it's an Indigo Bananas called Creme Brulee. That's cute. And I wonder if the sun means this is a solar polish. My guess is the solar is probably not going to be working anymore just because they do have a shelf life. But again, tonally, I really like this shade of blue. I don't think I have too many in this shade. And again, I love this tone for summer, so might have to put this on my summer rack as well. Next up, we'll do this one since it was sticking to that first bottle there. This one is from Elegy, and this is called A Hat Delivery Service. We'll just say it's in a Nonamaker limited edition. That is pretty. It's somewhat of a jungle green shade, so it's got that blue lean to it, like maybe a teal would also be a good description. Then you've got a beautiful multi-chrome flaky in there, And either there's an iridescent flaky in there or a slight metallic. Maybe two different kinds of multichrome. And hollow. That's really pretty. This, again, is another family that I have been somewhat whittling down, but I have been keeping some, and I think I like this one enough to at least give it a try. So we'll go ahead and keep that one. Next up, we've got, ooh, another Baroness X. This one is called Winter is Coming. This is like a gray leaning white, and you've got a bunch of silver components in there and like a glass fleck and a shimmer. Maybe even like a darker silver, because look on the nail, it's somewhat speckled. This kind of color I just don't see myself reaching for, however. I think I will go ahead and destash that one. So we're up to 10 for the destash. I'm going to go back and do a head count at the end of this for how many we had in total. Next up, we've got one from Hit the Bottle. This one is called Pool Party. This is a beautiful shade for summer. I think Hit the Bottle is mainly a stamping polish, but I'm sure you could wear it just as a normal polish, and that blue is gorgeous. Look at that glow. Definitely keeping that one. Next up, we've got one, ooh, another from Emily to Molly. Ooh, what is this? This is the 8th letter. Ooh, I don't think I have this one. I'm not thinking that this is the right swatch to that though, because this has a lot of glitter going on. Look at the mix in there. This reminds me of, as far as the base goes, reminds me of Little Miss Cyanide from Crow's Toes. So you've got a lavender base with a big flash of green to it, but then this one has an addition of rainbow glitter to it. So you've got purple and green, gold, maybe a couple other things, and I think I see flakies as well. Definitely keeping that. I don't have that, and that's, again, one of my favorite brands. So we'll add that to the keep pile. Next up, ooh, I think this one might be a Moonshine Manny. It is. So this is Moonshine Manny Ludicrous Speed. The name sounds familiar, but I'm not too sure if I have it. So this will have to go in the check and see if I have it pile. But this one has a load of these holographic shards in here. And I want to say I see iridescent flakies as well. And there's another component in here, maybe a little bit of like red flaky in there, maybe micro flaky, all in somewhat of a mysterious blue base. And it's got red shimmer that does some shifting. Definitely holding on to this. Like I said, I will have to come back and see if I have it or not. If I do have it, I'll destash the second bottle. If I don't, I will keep it. They're another of my favorite brands, although I don't have nearly as many bottles from them as I should. Of course, I guess it's all how you look at it. Next up, we've got another from Different Dimension. This is Think of All the Fellas That I Haven't Kissed. This is a topper. Yeah, maybe. So it's glitter. It's one of their older polishes, I would imagine, because it does have the paper printed label. And you've got some purple and teal glitters in here. I think some of the purple ones are holographic as well. Look at that twinkle. I think I will go ahead and hold on to this for the time being, see if I can figure out some combinations for it that I like. I don't have anything quite like it in my collection thus far, and I do like this brand, so we'll go ahead and keep that one. Next up, we've got another from Different Dimension. Wow, I'm gonna like double the amount of this brand that I have in my collection. Wow, this is another bright pink. This is Ditz 2.0. Wow. Okay, so I can't tell if that is going to be the color or not because it doesn't seem like it's quite that bright in the bottle. Let's go ahead and see. Probably not. Although it could have faded because I do see it a bit brighter along the dried polish at the neck of the bottle. But this one does have a really beautiful holographic to it, and it is a nice shade of pink. This is somewhat, how would I describe this? It's not quite Barbie pink and it's not quite coral. There's a bit of a coral lean to this though. So I do think I want to try this one out. So we'll keep that. Next up, ooh, we've got another Fair Maiden. This one is called 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. This is a beautiful purple. Look at the glow to that one. Wow. The base of this is darkened, almost like a night sky. Very pretty. I don't think I have anything quite like this, and it's got that beautiful purple glow to it. So I want to at least swatch this before I make my decision, but I'm going to put that in the keep pile for now. Next up, we've got Elevation, I think, from the lid. Yeah, Elevation Polish. And this one is called Mustag Ada, maybe? I think she had a collection of maybe places, and some of them are difficult for me to know how to pronounce, so I'm guessing on that. So if I've butchered it, my apologies. This one is a really beautiful holographic polish though. I mean, look at that. Very strong hollow in there. Almost like a copper hollow in a really beautiful like evergreen teal. I think I will hold on to this one. I like the tone of this. I will have to come back and compare it to other colors in this color family that I already have, but that holographic is definitely catching my attention. All right, looks like, ooh, we've got another Femme Fatale in the box. This is Hex Weave. Ooh, another Shiro Cosmetics exclusive. I don't think I mentioned that for Sorrowing, but that was a Shiro Cosmetics exclusive. So this one, whoops. There we go. Whoops. That is one of the bummers about the labels for Femme Fatale is they do have a tendency of unsticking themselves over time. But we do have the little label. We'll have to come back and maybe tape that on there, but that's Hex Weave. Interesting. Okay, so wait a second. This is somewhat similar to Moon Weave, isn't it? It is very similar. I wonder if that's why it's an oops. I mean, that is incredibly similar. I'm going to have to do a comparison and see what the difference is, because there has to have been an oops in there for one to end up as an oops and one to end up as a polish named, but we'll go ahead and keep both and do a side-by-side comparison here at some point. But that, again, was why that one looked so familiar. I'm like, haven't I seen this one just recently? Next up, we've got another Emily DeMolly. Ooh, this one is called Ava. Another I don't think I have. Go figure. This is a beautiful polish that seems to dry in a matte texture, but look at that glow. That is beautiful. Definitely adding that to my rack. I love Emily DeMolly, if I haven't said that already, which I'm sure I have. And then last but not least, we've got one from Femme Fatale, another in the box. This one is Heart Wound. It's another July 2016 oops. And oh wow, so this is a bright coral with a lot of gold flash to it. I want to say this reminds me of one of their colors, but I can't think of what it would be called. But I don't have this one. And I actually really like this for summer, so we'll go ahead and hold on to that one. And that was our last one. Let's go ahead and do a tally. How many did we get? All right, so it looks like our total is 64 polishes, only 10 of which I will have in my D-stash. So that's a pretty good turnaround. If I'm remembering correctly, the average price that I paid per bottle, because I did do that before I bought it, was like $3.50 or $3.65 a bottle. So I definitely got my money's worth. I got a lot of polishes that I don't have and a lot to add to my collection. So really happy with the box overall. Let me know down below if you saw any polishes that took you back. If you know if Moonweave is an oops of Hexweave, because that would make sense name-wise especially. Also, let me know if you saw any brands that you are familiar with, or if you know the history of the different dimension label. Like I said, I got at least a few different labels from them. Again, make sure to hit the little subscribe button down below. That way you don't miss out on any of my new videos, and I will see you in that next one.